fireworks start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Making side adjustments here. Second and 10, he'll throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Now the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. First and goal. Try to hold them to a field goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll run it here on third and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Now, to me, these are the decisions that are not so easy. Analytics, go for it on fourth down, yeah, pull the trigger. But in these type of games now, where it's 4th and 5+, this becomes very difficult. How confident am I in this play in the red zone that I know I'm going to get a touchdown and not get stopped short?
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. To the air, it's Gandy. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an app.
He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Complete in the middle. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. That's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
Back to pass, it's Gandy. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man downfield. Oh, out of space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly. Let him get the...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
3rd and long, coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And the Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Florida State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. To the air, it's Gandy. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Noles! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Gandy. Starts to scramble to the left. They get to him as he throws. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put Reese.
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or two conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Herrera. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field.
Breaks into the open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Noles will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading.
He unleashes a long one. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Scanning the field, it's Gandy. Caught near the sticks, it's Adams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He caught it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Breaks it inside the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. corner is going to give them some space. Looking for space. It's Adams. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. Buys a little time. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the defense, they've got him at the 20-sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They try to pop a run on the draw. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's got his man across the middle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Now adjusting. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. On the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that 1st down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the 1st down marker. Turnover on downs.
Pulls it in. It's Baldridge. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to pass. It's Gandy. Pucks it out of the air. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Cooper. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Badgers in the hurry-up. On the move, it's Adams. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A lot of urgency for this offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Motion from the wide receiver. They're working that left side. He'll get into the end zone for the 2, and now the deficit is 5. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun. Right on target this time. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Running through contact. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And the defense had that one sniffed out from the start. But look at this. The offense back on the ball, going with some tempo.
And they will score. Touchdown, Florida State. flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Looking for the two-point try. They'll go to the air. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Gandy. Pressure coming. He's sacked. Tried to get away, but the defense tracked him down. How about this strong safety here, just trusting his gut and going and making a play on the quarterback.
And you can't coach that. A lot of times people see things or they don't. And understand, I can go get him right now. I can understand the situation. There's all kinds of guys throughout history that just have a great feel.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It is good! And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. An offense to go back to work. Things have not salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
A cacophony of noise. Debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. To the air. It's Gandy. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better from the defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Going for 6. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And the try is no good. Oh, there is laundry on the deck, and it might be a reprieve for this kicker. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. Off-play action on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. Looking downfield, it's Gandy. Got it in the middle, it's Woodside. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not get...
He's looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied. Back to pass. It's Gandy. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We've got a timeout from the kick.
Timeout, Florida State.
And the Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Dropping back, it's Gandy. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good.
Makes the grab down the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10, looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The offense changing the play. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Dropping back, it's Gandy. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he